Hey guys, I'm Tim,
And I'm Dad.
and this is Tim and Dad Unfiltered. So, first of all, we have a jam-packed show for you coming up. We got high school football, college football, professional football, dad, uh, NASCAR football. Uh, Anywho, but before we get started here, I want to thank Solvent East High School and their principal, Andy Hare, Johnson County High School, their entire athletic department, including special teams coach Eli Horn, for working with us and getting those interviews from the Solvent East Johnson County game. Good luck to the Longhorns the rest of the way through their season, and congratulations to the Patriots on snapping the 17 game losing streak. Snapping a losing streak like that, Dad, it's always a great feeling. You can see the emotion in the players' faces after the games.
And I think what happened, I think with East football, it's not that there wasn't talent with the players. I do believe that they had a few players that felt that they were above the team mentality. And it only takes one player, Timmy, and on a squad. Uh, One player can bring a whole team down. And if you don't have the team mentality, we win as one, we lose as one, then you're doomed to set yourself up for failure, for loss. Um, and I believe they had some of that in the past years. I also believe that they had a lot of younger players that were just, East didn't have the size. And now with players, trying to jump districts and everything else, you know, East is 5 miles from Tennessee High, a city school. So you got players that are jumping into city school programs, moving to other city school programs like Science Hill, Tennessee High,
Elizabeth and
Elizabeth, and Dobbins Bennett. Um, so you had some of that, but what East has is they've worked on development and strengthening, and you see a change in the East program from day to night. Which you also seen that in Johnson County. Johnson County always had a very strong, they were some big boys out in Johnson County. Um, they got a After they're done working in the fields, they have to go to school in the morning. So just saying, it is what it is. The boys are built. Um, their team was rather small this year, but they're a young team. Uh, East and I believe Johnson County seemed to be like mostly sophomores, uh, majority of the team.
yeah, we went and rewatched the game on we watched the local coverage of the game provided by Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services. Shout out to them. And yeah, there is a ton of sophomores on both teams playing, including both starting quarterbacks.
Yeah. So there's still a lot of development. Um, and the local news, um, I know that with some last names, it is you can get caught up in the way that it looks like it's pronounced. Um,
WJHL pronounced a name wrong, and they've been pronouncing this name wrong for this is year six of them pronouncing it wrong now. Because yeah,
so and credit to give credit where credit's due. Um, his Grady
Brady Burke.
Grady Burke. Um, Grady Burke, he's starting quarterback. Uh, did a phenomenal job. Give him credit. His wideouts, um, young sophomore, uh, Colton Leisure.
Hmm.
Uh,
That is the name that the news has been pronouncing wrong for 6 years now.
yeah, I don't know why they keep calling it LeSure, but it's Leisure.
They've done it with his brother now.
Yeah. Uh, what's the other one?
Ike Dill had a huge touchdown.
Ike Dale had it. Yeah, yeah.
Let's prayers for Ike Dill. Uh, he came out. I want to say after halftime, and prayers that he recovers. Hayden Jones, their senior receiver, their lone senior receiver, had a couple
Which number was
touchdowns.
he? Five.
Yes.
Yeah,
Um,
and he doesn't have height. He's got some speed on him. Um, most of these players on the East this year are multi-sport athletes. Um, so that gives them a little bit of conditioning and things to keep going. Um, just all in all, East did a very good job. Johnson County dominated, blew East out of the water last year,
they
and
didn't blow East out of the water last year. It
well,
was a 5 point game.
yeah,
But the year before that was not pretty.
you know, either way, um, needless to be said, it was another blowout game. Except East has got the title this year.
Okay, we're gonna stop for that. Is there something you'd like to say, Dad, about
Well, I do, and I'm currently working with Timmy, uh, and helping Timmy and mentoring Timmy. Timmy's going to college, and I had I have the utmost respect for young men, women that finish high school and continue their education. Timmy is going to college for sports broadcasting and sports media. Timmy Talk Sports is a step into his future. Okay. It's helping him develop, get out here, work with social media. So, first thing we ask you to do is like and share his videos.
please?
Please don't feel free to comment.
If there's sports you want me to talk about and Dad to talk about, I also publish content by my I also publish content by myself. So if there's sports you like for me or Dad to talk about, then let us know. I can have I'll have Dad start making solo segments for the channel if y'all like that. Um, so if there's something you'd like to see, leave a comment. I'll
And this is Timmy Talks Sports. This is not Timmy Talks Politics. This is not Timmy Talks local news.
This ain't Timmy Talks Religion. This is a sports
Although
channel.
we are very religious, I am a pastor. He is, youth minister, and we are very religious in our
Yes.
faith. We do pray and we do ask that we keep it. We try to keep our banter comical but clean.
Yes.
So, and we ask you have the same respect in the comments. Uh,
Um, is there anything else you'd like to bring up, Dad? About
well, what I was saying is in development and growth. Timmy's watching the Miami and New York Giants game on
I am
TV.
sorry, Odell Beckham just had a crazy play. And probably his last play as a Giant, so that's a joke, guys. Please don't come at my head.
Um, with that, Timmy, it starts with likes and shares on and growth on social medias. Then it also will take um, it takes funds to do. Okay. Um, if there's people out there that want to sponsor videos, we Timmy will take sponsors, um, sponsorship money, people that would like to invest in Timmy's talk sports and media equipment and things like that. Um, Timmy will work on giving you links or GoFundMe's or whatever we have to set up. If you just want to reach out to us privately and invest into his future, we're accepting it because we understand that times are tight for most people, and times are tight for me. Um, Currently still fighting cancer and going through treatments, and I'm getting ready to start radiation. So it's really important that I spend as much time helping develop my son for the future.
And if you choose to sponsor, we will be 100% transparent. I think that's the right word. We'll be
Yeah.
100% transparent with where the money is going. So obviously, like you said, better equipment for better broadcasts and whatnot. Um, for us to do more live games.
It takes money. I
Yeah.
mean, we're not gonna right now. It doesn't look like we're gonna be able to do any um, college football, especially at the Division 1 levels. Um, what's beeping to me?
Discord.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to be on a video on Discord, but
Anyway,
back away.
so we're not going to be able to do any games at like Division 1. We will be going to hopefully doing some ETSU games this year, at least one or two.
And
If we can, we'll get into like a Emory and Henry or a Tusculum.
Milligan has football coming up.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wonderful. I didn't know that. Prayers go out to the families who lost the two cyclists on the cycling team from Milligan College that got hit by a driver um, while training, and the other five that are injured. Our hearts and thoughts and prayers go out to those families. Um, so, like I said, we deeply appreciate it, and like I said, we know that financially it's hard to continue to do things and grow and help Timmy grow in his broadcasting career and sports analyzations.
So we know that you don't want to hear us talk about help supporting the channel anymore. And what you're here for is us talking about sports. Let's talk about, the best thing in the East Tennessee, one of the most enjoyable things in East Tennessee, and that's high school sports, dude. So let's talk about it.
I thought it was the changing of the leaves in the fall.
Oh, that too. That too. I love the changing of the leaves. But you know what comes with high school football? The changing of the leaves.
Timmy, my shirt's getting tight on me. I think I'm gaining weight.
All right, so there was
Oh, look, it zooms
some
in on him and off my belly.
so there has been some great games. Great games. Sorry.
I got the TSSAA website pulled up, and I'm looking and just kind of give you a rundown of how great it is and that we're in our fall season. Some of the week 1 stats is there was 183 games in Tennessee this week. Games in Region 1, games versus region opponents.
That is one conference game.
Yeah, one conference game. Games versus non-member opponents. There was 10,
That is games against out of state teams.
and non-Friday games, which was moved to Thursday, was 23 games.
There was three of those in East or four of those in East Tennessee actually.
Yeah, and on the NFHS National Football High School Network, I think, I don't know. There's 103 of those on the NFHS network.
We do not watch games through the NFHS network because it is quite expensive and it's more fun and more enjoyable in person.
Uh, week 1 open dates. The First Assembly Christian School, Grace Christian Academy in Knoxville, Hunters Lane High School, Mount Juliet Christian Academy, and South Fulton High School. So these are all week 1 open dates for this week. So now that we broke down that, I'm going to say here. Uh,
Let's first talk about the Christians, our local private school in the area, Providence Academy.
okay, so I was going to go over all the East Tennessee games.
I know that I saw Providence Academy up there and where they played an out of state game.
Right. Well, okay, yes. Providence Academy won 28-6 over Twin Springs, Virginia. Now, that is Timmy, go ahead and talk about Providence Academy.
So Providence Academy is a private school in Johnson City. I've been to one of their junior nights games as a coach on the Junior Patriots, and I have to say, very nice campus. Um, so congrats to the Providence Academy Knights, and I hopefully we might be able to catch a game at some point this season.
Timmy, I just realized that I'm so big that I'm creating a shadow.
Let's go into
Okay.
the East Tennessee
Um,
games.
because there were so many games this week um across Tennessee, we're basically going to talk about the East Tennessee side. We can't go over all of them, but Alcoa 43-42 over Maryville. That was a good game.
Yes, 4A Alcoa versus I want to say 5A Maryville.
Yes.
That Twitter was blowing, or X, depending on what you would call it, was blowing up after that game. Double overtime. Alcoa, who was like won every state championship that they've played in, I'm pretty sure, like won state several years in a row. Anywho, they go and double overtime. They score a touchdown. All they gotta do is kick a field goal and send it into triple overtime. But they get gutsy. Their quarterback, who was pretty hurt, I want to say, goes in and gets the 2 point conversion for Alcoa to beat the Maryville. Beat Maryville. I don't know what their nickname is. So congratulations to Alcoa Tornadoes on winning such an incredible game.
All right. So yes, while East was being broadcast on the local BTES network, um, everybody tuned in to ESPN too to watch Brentwood Academy and Baylor Academy, Baylor School, whatever, compete against each other. These are the fifth and
These, I'm pretty sure Max had them ranked at 12 and 13 in the country. They were 1 and 2 in Tennessee.
and it makes Baylor such a big name is they got one of these young Mannings, believe Peyton's offspring, is playing for him.
He is their backup quarterback, correct. He got some snaps in, completed a pass to Antoine Cornbread Adams. His first pass was a completion.
Antoine Cornbread Adams.
That's his name.
Mm.
There's another player on the playing for Baylor that is a pretty big name player.
Who is that?
Running back David Gabriel Georges.
He's the number 2 running back in the nation, recruit wise.
And he went off. I want to say he had 78 or 73 receiving yards, something like that, 70 something receiving yards, and over 170 rushing yards. And we were watching, he was bouncing off of guys, he was playing with speed and strength. And that is rare in.
Now keep in mind that he is the number 2 recruit in the country.
Number 2 running back. And it's a 1A, 1B type of deal with how close him and Spell, which I'm excited to see Spell play for Georgia because he is going to be great too.
Is what, he already committed or something?
Yeah, the top two are already committed.
Where's Gabriel going?
Tennessee.
Oh snap. Okay. Um Boyd Buchanan and Mount Perrin Christian. That game was 34-0. Boyd Buchanan wins. Uh,
Christian, also Christian.
is that this one?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's CAK.
It's rather not. I know they used to go by Knox Christian. I don't know if it's still not the. Anyways, they had a pretty huge win too over
They
Concord
played,
Christian.
yeah, 57-20, and that was a Saturday night game or Saturday game. Um,
Chad,
Chattanooga Christian and Ottawa.
looked
What?
like a shootout.
Yeah, Chattanooga Christian was 34-28 over Ottawa. Uh, Here's one. Cherokee
And
out of Hawkins County, Rogersville, Tennessee. Cherokee beat Pigeon Forge 34-0. Now we have seen Cherokee develop and grow and get stronger over the last few years. Um, and he's Cherokee's actually impressing me.
they are impressing me too. I remember back with them and Volunteer, where whatever leading up to that game, they were both 0 something, 0 whatever, and that game was just like those stands are empty. And now with Volunteer coming up too, like these Hawkins County schools are on the rise, and they're going to be fun to watch. I can't wait for that Cherokee Volunteer game coming up. I believe it's the last game of the season. No, it's not the last game. I think it's the second to last game of the season.
Um, Here's one that we're keeping our eyes on, and me and Timmy may have to try to figure out how we're going to get to it. Is next week, but Chucky Doak and North Green. Uh, Chucky Doak won 60-27 over North Green. 60. Chucky Doak put up 60 points on North Green. So 60-27. Sullivan East is going to Chucky Doak next week to face them in Chucky, so or Afton, Tennessee. Um, so we'll talk about East in a minute, but East was put up 41-0 over Johnson County. Um, that's going to be a good game, I believe, next week between Chucky Doak and Sullivan East.
Yes, I believe so too.
Cleveland 48 over Walker Valley 20. That was a Thursday night game.
The Browns are just so bad that they're having to play high school football teams. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Congrats, Cleveland.
Um, Cosby 33 over West Green 25.
Cosby, I think, will be a team to watch in their conference. They're a smaller school they're in one of the smaller conferences, but I think they will definitely be a team to watch coming up.
Yeah. Cumberland Gap. Now, for anybody that don't know where Cumberland Gap's at, it's way up in the mountain, going up I-75, right toward the Kentucky line. Uh, Cumberland Gap 33 over Hancock County 0. Uh, Davy Crockett 28 over Unicoi County 12.
Well, I want to say that I am. Well, I will mention that David Crockett is a 5A school and Unicoi is a 3A school. I'm surprised because I had Unicoi winning because Unicoi is usually one of the best teams in the area outside of the big four in the area. So, congrats to David Crockett. I wish I couldn't say I was surprised.
Yeah, and that's a Washington County, Tennessee school. Um, David Crockett is with Daniel Boone.
There's another team on the Solvany schedule coming up next, right there after David Crockett.
Um, hold on. Eagleton 38 over Oliver Springs 20.
Yeah. So that is. I
I
want.
did see that Sullivan East will be playing Eagleton.
Now that game does worry me because Eagleton was just short of a state championship last year, and they are for a. I want to say they are 2A for a 2A team. They are very impressive. That's a school in Maryville, Tennessee.
Probably a feeder to Maryville, to be honest with you.
No, I think they're Maryville's a feeder to them. No, Maryville's bigger. I don't
Yeah.
know, but that's the private school in Maryville.
Um, East Hamilton is 36. Hickson is 16. East Ridge 50 over Howard 0.
So I want to point out that East Ridge and West Ridge, who we'll talk about coming up, are not in the same county or anything. They're not related or anything school wise. It's just a similar name.
Yeah, East West Ridge is in Sullivan County. I don't know where East Ridge is. Probably toward Oak Ridge or something.
I think it's in Chattanooga area.
Hmm. Gibbs 52. Union County 18.
Union
And
County.
there's an asterisk beside this.
So we may have to scroll down to see it.
See here what the asterisk is. I don't know.
No, it's not showing the asterisk. So hey, right there.
Schools with less than 10 scheduled games. So that would be
That would be Union.
yeah. So Union has less than 10 scheduled games apparently. Um okay. Back to where we were. All right. So I had to look up why there was an asterisk beside this. Granger 31, Claiborne 0.
Granger will be a fun team to watch in Region 1 as well. They are all the way in Rutledge, Tennessee.
Yeah. Anybody know what Granger's famous for?
Granger Tools.
No. Granger tools are made in China.
Uh, what's Granger famous for?
Granger County tomatoes. They're
Yeah,
known for their tomatoes.
actually, the song Dixieland Delight was written about Granger County.
Really.
Yes,
And yet Alabama tries to use it for the fight song.
go Vols. Uh, let's Alabama and Tennessee's game coming up. We'll talk about that later as well.
That's week 3 of October.
That
Nobody cares.
well, yeah, but there was some news announced about it.
How about uniforms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Greenback 24, Tellico Plains 6. Again, that's another one on the north side going up toward Kentucky. Greenville 36, Morristown West 13. Now, I'm going to say Greenville, you have West Green, East Green, South
They don't
Green,
have East
North
Green.
Green, Central Green. They got all these in Greenville.
You've got West Green, North Green, South Green, Chucky Doak,
You
and
got all the
Greenville.
Morristown schools. It's Morristown West, Morristown East, Morristown. Kind of like used to be in Sullivan County, where there was a Sullivan North, Sullivan South, Sullivan East, Sullivan Central. Now there's
Sullivan East and Westridge.
now uh, they combined 3 of the Sullivan County schools all the east to make Westridge,
Yeah.
and that turned them into a 6A school.
And part of they were worried there was rumors about East potentially having to move up to 5A when Westridge closed because some of the central students ended up transferring to East because it was closer. And East they just had just enough to stay in the 4A. Um so
Greenville 36, Morristown West 13.
Greenville I actually have as my number one team or I will release new rankings, but Greenville and they'll be number one. They are my number one team in the Tri Cities area, so
Sweet.
I'm only ranking Tennessee teams though.
Happy Valley. These are Carter. This is a Carter County team. 55 over Unaka 0.
Happy Valley is going to be very, very good this year. I think they could go all the way up to the quarterfinals for the state.
Hardin Valley 49. Carnes 0. Heritage 63. Clinton 42. That was a high score game. Don't sound like there was a whole lot of defense between them two schools. Jefferson County 55. Cott County 0. Jellicoe 55. Glen Camp Kentucky 0.
Let's just take a quick pause for a second. There's a lot of 55-0 games this week.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
Kingston 51. Harriman 21. Knox Central 30. Dobbins Bennett 29. Another hard fought game. It was on the local
It was
WJHL.
no, it was on Dobbins Bennett's YouTube.
Or they were on WCYB or what?
WCYB had Unicoi and Crockett, and WJHL had Elizabeth and South
Okay,
Hill.
well anyway, they were aired on thing because I was watching them on my phone. But again, that is Knox Central came back. Dobbins Bennett was up. Knox Central came back to win it 30-29.
A 2 point off a 2 point conversion, and that was a last minute touch, like less than 30 seconds left touchdown. So
Yeah. So that was a heartbreak loss for Dobbins Bennett. Knoxville West versus Bearden, 21-6. Now, Bearden usually has a pretty good school. I just don't know if they can keep up with these city schools. Lenore City, 56, Campbell County 30, London 40, Loudon 40, William Blunt 13, Marion County 63, Bernard 6,
another private school game out there.
McCallie 27, Lipscomb Academy 24, McMinn Central 25, Polk County 0, McMinn Central, and then there's McMinn County 22, Bradley Central 17, Meigs County 40, Chattanooga Prep 38. And that's a private school. Looks like they got beat by a county school. Midway 24, Cloudland 22. I don't know where Midway's at. I do know that Cloudland's over there in Roan Mountain. What?
It zoomed into my face. I was making faces at the camera.
I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what I'm doing either.
Morristown East 27, South Green 6. Northview Academy 21, Knoxville's Carter 19. Notre Dame 48, Chattanooga Grace 6.
I'm getting sick and tired of these professional and Division One college teams having to schedule high school teams. Guys, I'm just kidding. Please don't take anything I say seriously.
That's not the college, Notre Dame.
It's a private school, Notre Dame.
Oak Ridge 16, Knoxville Halls 10. Oneida 21, Rockwood 0. Powell 56, Anderson County 44. That was a Thursday night game. Ray County 29, Red Bank 27. Sale Creek 14, Wartsburg Central 6. Science Hill and Elizabethan. Again, this one was aired on WJHL Channel 11 here, local. Our CBS affiliate.
Before we talk about that game, I have to say that WJHL crew between Kenny Hawkins, Mackenzie Kate, and Case. I forgot the other guy's last name. And I'm not just going to call him by his first name because I'm not on a first name basis with him. So their coverage of the game was just amazing, and congratulate and what a performance by the WJHL crew. And let's talk about the game, Dad.
Kenny Hawkins has been a sportscaster for the local news for a long time, and it is Casey.
Not Casey Getz because he's not a sports reporter no more.
No,
He's a
anyway, but yeah, okay. So Science Hill won 34-20 over Elizabethton. And in case people aren't aware of Elizabethton, small town. It's a small little town in Carter County that is coached by Sean Witten,
And if you're wondering why that Witten name sounds so familiar,
because that is also the school that Jason Witten, Sean Witten's brother, graduated from. They played for the Dallas his tenure for the Dallas Cowboys, and uh, which went on to the Raiders. But that's where the whole Witten family's from, and they have their ties with Elizabeth. And so Science Hill, being a 6A city school in Johnson City, went into Elizabethton to beat the Elizabethton Cyclones 34-20.
and Elizabethton is not just no team that Science Hill expected to just walk over. Okay, Elizabethton is traditionally one of the best teams in the state, year in and year out. So
Uh,
that's always a good game every year.
Sequatchie County versus Bledsoe County. Sequatchie won 43-42. Seymour 48 over Gatlinburg Pittman 14.
We went and watched Seymour last year, and they had some pretty big guys on that team. Like I'm talking like
Signal Mountain 38 over Chattanooga Central 0.
whoa, look at that next score.
South Pittsburgh, not Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is over there. It's going to be kind of west of Chattanooga. South Pittsburgh 76. Christian Community, Tennessee 0. South Doyle 41. Austin East 19. Sullivan East 41. Johnson County 0. Sunbright 43. Lookout Valley 20. Sweetwater 44. Sequoia 0. Tennessee High in Bristol, Tennessee 26 over 6A Westridge 20. And there's another one. Tennessee High is a 5A school. Westridge is a 6A. So Tyner 34, Silverdale 27. Volunteer High School in Hawkins County. They're the other county school in Hawkins County besides Cherokee. They won 30-20 over Daniel Boone. Oh, another Washington County school. White County 49, Dottie Daisy 6.
We got some good.
And then you have Sevier County versus Farragut. That's a Saturday game. Riverdale at Knox Catholic. That's a Saturday game. And Macon County at Knoxville Fulton Saturday games that haven't been reported scores.
So let's talk about some of those East Tennessee scores that they had. Uh, hmm. Obviously, Science Hill and Elizabethton, a good game year in and year out. Um, you want to talk about a little bit more about the Silver East game before we transition into our next subject?
Not trying to change it. I'm looking here at the box scores of this Buffalo and the Bills game today, and Watson started.
No, Shador started.
Shador started. Uh, he went 9 for 11, 74 yards, and a TD and one interception.
And you'll never believe who got that interception if you didn't watch the game.
Uh, but he did a 10 times better than Deshaun Watson, even though the stats were similar. Uh, Deshaun Watson just I think Shador should get the starting spot over Watson. Just my opinion. Um, my Miami Dolphins didn't look too good today against the
It's halftime.
well, it's halftime, but still they're not looking too good against the Giants right now. Um, but the Bills beat the Browns 31-7, and Shador had the only touchdown.
Congrats to Damar Hamlin on the interception against Shadur Sanders. But do you want to talk about the East game or should we?
Yeah, talk about the East game, Timmy. Go ahead.
So Grady, I'm a Sylvan East graduate, and I am proud to be a graduate of Sylvan East. Um, so it started the first drive was a drop pass and then an interception. And no offense to any of the players, I sat in my seat and I thought, here we go again. And then the defense, led by Austin Warren, he would have had an insane game, did he not, Dad?
Yes.
They stopped the Longhorns, and then uh Grady Burke comes back out and hits Ike Dill deep. Ike Dill burnt was wide open deep. Nobody else was going to catch him. Hits Ike Dill deep for an 85 or 86-yard touchdown pass. And then he hit Colton Lazier with a couple and Hank Jones with a couple touchdowns. But what an incredible performance by Grady Burke. He is now leading the state in passing yards in Tennessee right now. So congrats to him. Austin Warren also had,
Grady Burke had didn't he have over 400 yards passing?
I believe so.
Crazy. Like it was I'm just it's the boy's got talent. He's being well coached. Um
And it helps that he's been in this air raid system
well,
since he was little.
yes, and I'm kind of biased a little bit because the first thing when you got a coaching staff at a school is do you have good administrative staff at the school to back your high school coaches? And through the ups and downs the East has had in their football program and stuff, uh, Principal Andy here and the athletic director could have looked elsewhere for a different coach when they're downs. Um, their school spirit, and Andy here is a graduate of Sullivan East. He graduated with my wife. He was in the graduating class with my wife. Um, his brother Hank who was just retired as a principal at Sullivan Middle or Bluff City Elementary.
Skull and he's I don't remember.
Yeah, Sullivan East Middle or Bluff City. I don't know,
He
but
just
he just
retired.
retired. He was actually a substitute teacher back then when my wife was going to school here. I didn't go to school here. You know, I'm from the Maryland, D.C. area. So uh, his school spirit and dedication and loyalty to his programs stands. I mean, if there was an award to be given, it would definitely go to Andy here because he has so much faith in all his programs. And he's the biggest cheerleader the school has, I think, for all their sports programs.
You can find our interview with him on this channel actually, and he had a lot of stuff to say. And he mentioned to the Bristol, Tennessee Essential Services crew that he felt like this could be the best year for East High School yet. So, congrats. The East Zone is thankful for Mr. Hare.
And that's the other thing that and with Timmy here growing in with his sportscasting career is if you have contacts with school administrators, administrative staff, coaches, um, athletic directors that would like that you could help give us leads that would like to be interviewed for Timmy Talk Sports in a non-biased, just professional manner, please send it to us and how to get a hold of them because Timmy's looking week in, week in, week out of new interviews, and if he has to do a midweek interview, something we can maybe possibly meet up and do he can do an all on site interview somewhere and then air it later. These contacts are important. This is part of the progression and his growth. So please send all that information to us that you have. Um, that is all of the Tennessee games on the east side.
We will announce our where we'll be at next week on. We'll probably have that announced Monday. We're going to discuss more on it because we don't know where we're going to be.
We'll know definitely by before Wednesday.
It'll be announced before, but we won't know yet. All right, we don't know yet. We've been discussing this, so that'll be announced. That is to be determined on this next week's game that we will be at. Um, before we go into this next subject, we have be sure to follow us on Facebook, Timmy Talk Sports, Instagram, Timmy Talk Sports.
Timmy, do we want to go ahead and jump over to? Do we want to jump into the NASCAR section, or would you like to go to NFL?
Let's do NASCAR after this quick. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Timmy Talk Sports, Instagram Timmy Talk Sports, TikTok Timmy Talk Sports. If you're not subscribed here, subscribe. And we're also on Twitch at Timmy Talk Sports. On X, I had to set it at Timmy P YouTube because we didn't have a Timmy Talk Sports was taken on X. By me, I still used it for an older page I had on X. So, anyways, be sure to follow us on our socials. And we're going to talk about some NASCAR.
All right. We want to say thank you, Lord, for the blessings you have given us today. We ask you, Lord, that you continue to be with us during this broadcast, Lord, that we continue to be able to deliver the message to all of our viewing audience and that may they feel your blessings and wonderful glory, Lord. And that was brought to you by Pine Hill Community Church and Creekside House of Prayer in Bristol, Tennessee. Pine Hill Community Church is in Bristol, Virginia. That prayer is brought to you by them. Now, going into NASCAR, the truck race just ended today at New Hampshire. And it looks like, Lane Riggs has locked up he has clinched the regular season championship.
He clinched it in stage 2. Congrats to Lane Riggs on the regular season championship.
He also won the race.
Yes. The regular season is finally over in the Truck Series, and that is insane, actually, because that was a fast season. So let's talk. Let's start at the top from Lane Riggs, who we already knew was going to be in the chase. But who has made the chase, Dad?
Well, and so the top 10 drivers makes the chase for the Truck Series. And it starts with Lane Riggs in first. And this is their next race is Bristol on September 17th.
That will be 1 week before my 23rd birthday.
Lane Riggs finished the season in first. Number 11, Caden Honeycutt in a Toyota. In second, Chandler Smith in a Ford and a number 38. Number 91, Christian Eckes in a Chevrolet. In fourth, Gio Ruggiero and the Toyota, number 17. And fifth is sixth, the 98 of Tom Majeski in a Ford. Number 7, the number 9, Grant Enfinger in a Chevrolet. Number 19, in eighth place, Daniel Hemrick in a Chevrolet. He moved up a spot this after the finish of this last race. Number 9, Ben Rhodes in a 99 car or truck and a Ford.
Before we go to this last place, there was a three-way battle for that last playoff spot. Dad, would you like to say who got it?
Well, it came down to the number 10 spot was between the number 18, a Chevrolet, Tyler Ankrum, the number 52 and a Toyota, Stuart Friesen, and a 98 of Jake Garcia. It came down to the very end of the race, and Tyler Ankrum beat out Stuart Friesen
Great strategy, by the
by
way.
6, 7 points, I believe.
Yep, 6, 7 points, I think.
6, 7.
7.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, so Tyler Ankrum got the final spot for the chase in the truck series.
Congratulations to all who made it. And there's something I noticed. In Rams' first year, which isn't a surprise, a total of 0 Rams made the chase.
There's only 4 or 5,
Yeah,
6.
which I mean, I'm not surprised because it was their first year.
I think there's only 4 there because some of them have switched seats. That's why it's showing more of them in there. But overall, give me a minute here. The Ram finished 13th and 15th,
And then
20th and 21st. So, they were 13th and 15th. So they weren't too far out of making it. For a first year back in the series in almost 20 years, I guess they were out or more.
Well, Toyota started in 2007, so
As far as all right, so if we go to the O'Reilly series, pardon me, because I'm the current standings for the 2026 O'Reilly's Auto Parts Series. The chase begins after race 24, where the top 12 drivers and points advance to a non-race championship battle.
so we got 2 races left.
Did they
No, we got 1 race left in the
Did they have a race today?
No, they did
No,
not.
they're off this week. Okay. Right now, Justin Allgaier. These are all these will be clinched drivers. 1 through 8 have already clinched into the chase, and then 9 through 12 are still fighting.
There's a pretty tight battle from 11th to 14th.
Yes,
right
very
now.
much so.
Because you got Roger Caruth, Taylor Gray, Brent Cruz, and William Swalch. That's 4 drivers fighting for 2 spots. So,
Yep.
And 2 of those drivers are going to do this.
And 3 of those,
are teammates.
well, 3 are all in the Toyota camp, with Roger Carew sitting right outside, waiting to pounce, and he could get in the next race.
We're talking about how good Carson Cavapel has been these last few races. He has been hot.
Well, if you look just at the top 2, Timmy, and I'll go over 1 through. I'll just go through 1 through 8 real quick. Starting at number 1 is Justin Allgaier, and then number 7, then Carson Cavapel, and number 1, Sheldon Creed in the 00. Jesse Love in the number 2, Corey Day in the 17, Brandon Jones in the 20th, or in the 20, sorry. Austin Hill in the 21 car, Sammy Smith in the 8. So in the A spot, and 1, 2, and 8 are all Junior Motorsports cars. Um, just show you the domination of Junior Motorsports. Um, if you scroll down,
Those are the only full-time junior motorsports cars.
oh yeah, I forgot that the
88's part-time, or the 88 is Caruth, but
the
he
9,
yeah, the nine that's part-time, and Caruth drives the 88.
yeah.
So
So well, the 88 and the 17 are, well, the 88 is a Junior Motorsports car.
and the
The
17's Hendrick.
17 is a Hendrick car. Can we grab me a water, please?
Yes,
Real
sir.
quick. We're gonna take a timeout. Can you pause this? And
Yeah.
we'll be right back.
All right, we are back to Timmy Talk Sports
And my water.
and Dad's water that is he's currently drinking off screen. Now he's back on screen. Congrats, Dad. I don't know how to fix that yet.
Okay.
Um,
But what we were saying is Junior Motorsports is so dominant in the Xfinity and the O'Reilly series, as long as, and with Joe Gibbs Racing. Justin Allgaier has clinched. I think he's clinched
he's put the
regular season championship. Because he's over almost 300 points ahead of everybody else.
But Carson Cavapel
Yes.
has been very good.
Wasn't sure he was going to race a full season or not. He didn't have the funding to, the sponsorships to back him. So Junior Motorsports seen something in him and kept him in the car.
He had to run part-time and with split time with another team, but he was very resilient about it.
Um, and now he's second in the point standings, and could very easily be the championship for this year when it comes to Homestead Miami.
And he's got a couple wins this year too. His first couple wins. He's before we go into the Cup Series standings. Who do you have winning tomorrow, and why do you think it's Christopher Bell?
I don't have Christopher Bell winning.
I have Christopher Bell winning.
Do you have Christopher Bell winning?
Yes, he's just very good at New Hampshire.
Well, I would easily say that Carl Edwards.
He saw a Carl's Jr. ad.
No, I didn't. What is going on? I don't know why Miami's quarterback spends so much time in the end zone trying to run around for their dear life.
That's Gronowski.
Well, we don't need him.
You didn't even draft him. That's crazy. He was a good undrafted free agent.
And we don't need him.
Anywho,
So, Gronowski and Miller, I'm not a fan of either one of them. So just he's small. He's way too small. And everybody said that Tua was too small.
Tua is a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Let's look at the points for the Cup Series before we go talk about.
I'm sorry. The top 7 are locked in to the chase with Denny Hamlin leading. Then Ryan Blaney in second, Ty Gibbs in third. And Ty Gibbs, this is his second year, I believe.
Third or fourth?
Third year. He's running third in the he's running third in the chase standings right now.
No, this is his fourth year.
You sure?
Yeah.
Um,
Because he missed the playoffs barely as a rookie, made the playoffs his second season, missed the playoffs last year, and is locked in this year.
cool. Then you got Tyler Reddick for 2311 Racing, and Chase Briscoe, another Gibbs driver.
When we go back to Tyler Reddick, we thought he was untouchable that first half of the
Well,
season.
the first, I mean, the first 5, 6 races. I mean, he setting the tracks on fire, blazing, and then everybody caught up to whatever they were doing. Chase Elliott is in sixth right now, and then Christopher Bell's in seventh. Um, Denny Hamlin runs really good at New Hampshire, but Denny Hamlin, in case you didn't know, he's won at New Hampshire. He has a fear of lobsters.
Safety.
No, he was out of the end zone.
All right. Anyways, Denny Hamlin's scared of lobsters.
Yeah, he's terrified of lobsters. So, and that's one of the things you get is a giant lobster and they cook it for you. You get up to the 1 foot mark.
Let's look at these next few drivers who aren't locked in yet.
Kyle Larson could be locked in this week, possibly. Joey Logano could be locked in this week. And then you got Chris Buescher, who could possibly be locked in this week. And then that's in the top 10. But then you got 11th, 12th, 13th through 16th. And then you got Carson Hocevar.
He could lock in this week.
William Byron could also. They're sitting there. They're not far out. Daniel Suarez, Bubba Wallace, Austin Cindric, Shane Van Gisbergen. Now, sitting outside of that cut line, and they're a little bit further back. They're 40 something points and then 50 something points on back. You got Ryan Preece at 17th, Ross Chastain, and then Brad Keselowski. I don't see Eric Jones moving up enough to get in the 20th spot to getting in. A hope and a prayer. Michael McDowell is a little bit further back.
Hold on. I can tell you who I was locked in. Eliminated because there's quite a few drivers not locked in right now. Or eliminated, I meant. So if you'll excuse us for just a second, I'm pulling up the if I can spell.
Who are you looking at? What are we looking at, Timmy?
This guy has okay, yep, there was all right, here we go. There's 24 drivers that still have a shot at making the playoffs.
Barely. But
24 drivers.
pull that up so I can take a look.
You can just look. There's top 24.
Yeah, I was looking at his math though.
Oh.
The top 24 is Zane Smith under 38, but from what I'm seeing here, he's 551.
I think that was points back from Denny Hamlin.
Yeah. So that's what I was trying to figure out the cut line.
Let me pull this map back up then.
Yeah. So if you pull that up real quick, just let me take a look at it.
Yeah, this is cut line math.
Yeah. So yeah, right now above the cut line is Kyle Larson's 143 to the good, and then 24th place Zane Smith, which would have to get in the top 16. He's 149 below the cut line. It's kind of hard to make up that much. Where Ryan Preece is 50 points.
That's hard to make up at this point.
And then Ross Chastain is 63 points, and Brad Keselowski 78. Eric Jones at 20th is 81. And like I said, I don't see anybody past that 20th mark. Really, I mean, you're going to have to win a lot of stages, and be up in the top 3.
I personally don't think if any Ryan Preece is the only driver who has in my opinion. Ryan Priest is the only guy that truly has a
He may,
realistic
I don't
shot
see he's going to do it
at this.
with the top 16. He might because Shaneland tends to struggle and there's no more road courses.
Well, he's been running pretty good on ovals though, which
Not enough to Ryan Priest could pass him or
it,
Ross Chastain.
Ryan Priest is going to need this New Hampshire race. So is Ross Chastain.
Yeah, so it's going to take them both. There you are, Timmy.
Uh,
Um, but that's what we're looking at as far as the Cup Series goes.
um, there's a sport that starts next week. You know what sport that might be?
Let's do our own because college football starts next week, and we need to really do another episode in college football itself because it's such a large. We have such a a large base, things to cover. We can do a separate episode for that. And my wife's calling me because we have our granddaughter here.
So 20 likes and we will drop a college football episode. Um, so let's talk about NFL then, real quick.
Yeah,
Before
let's just quickly talk about some of the preseason stuff that's going on. The Giants are currently playing Miami. They're beating them 20-3. I'm not seeing a lot of Miami's not playing their starters this game. I think they're playing one starting lineman, offensive lineman, and that's it.
uh
Pretty much everybody else is going to be uh third, fourth string cut off, whatever. They're playing people that aren't uh going to get much playing time right now. Looks like in preseason the Falcons beat the Colts.
nothing new though.
Yeah.
Colts lose all the time.
Well, where's Tua at?
The Falcons. But he's not been looking great either. I'm pretty sure he's hurt. The
I
Bills
don't think he's
just
hurt.
walked all over the Browns.
Yes, they did, but like I said, and we were talking about that. I think Shador Sanders is better than Deshaun Watson. Just from what I see, their stats in the game, they both threw an interception. Um, but uh, the only difference is Shador threw a touchdown where Deshaun didn't. Numbers pretty close. I think the completion ratio was a little bit better for uh, Shador over Watson. I
um,
know that Browns are paying Deshaun Watson a crap ton of money for nothing, but just so he can go spend it at massage parlors.
Deshaun Watson, not Deshaun Watson, the Detroit Lions, same thing. Beat the Commanders 17-13. Now, there's NFL news that if you're watching this before Sunday, August 23rd at, I want to say, 8 p.m., I will be live on Twitch for the Tennessee Titans game against the Seahawks. So I don't know,
When is that, Timmy?
tomorrow night, Sunday night.
Where are you going to be at Sunday night, Timmy?
Um, Probably my bedroom
Why don't you be here, Timmy?
because I have to be back Sunday night.
Anyway, uh, the Rams. Here, okay, there. The Rams are beating New Orleans 27-0.
I'm sure the Rams didn't fight the
Giants
Saints either.
Giants are beating Miami 20-3. Um, Saturday night, you got Chicago and Cincinnati playing. You also have Philadelphia and New England playing tonight. Kansas City and Tampa Bay playing tonight. Dallas and Arizona playing tonight. Seattle and Tennessee play tomorrow night. Las Vegas and Houston played. Las Vegas beat Houston 22-20. San Francisco beat the Chargers 41-17. Jets beat Pittsburgh 17-0. Carolina beat Jacksonville 34-17. Green Bay beat Denver 33-13. Detroit beat Washington 17-13. Buffalo beat Cleveland 31-7. Atlanta beat Indianapolis 34-8. So
Um, and before we log off, Nick Chubb just announced his retirement from the NFL after 10 seasons. Congrats on one heck of a career. Um,
Baltimore beat Minnesota 13-3.
Congrats on one heck of a career, Nick Chubb. Um, you were very enjoyable to watch, and I know that injuries got the best of him at the end of his career. So, with that being said, you have anything else?
Hmm. I really I would like to see. I can't wait for the start of the NFL season. Um, we we need to focus on doing a college football kickoff show. Um, because week zero starts next Saturday. Um, so
Be sure to watch our other videos that we have on this channel. We upload pretty often. Like I said, be sure to follow all our other socials.
please like, share, um, and share it to everybody. Click of the button, uh, click all, share all. Doesn't hurt you anything. Doesn't cost you anything to share. The more viewers we have, then the more people we reach, gives us more of an opportunity to continue the platform to help. Like I said, it's not about me. None of this is about me. This is about helping my son step out and grow, uh, and mentor him in ways, try to be a mentor for him. Um, I'm not here for any type of credit or glory. God gives me all the glory I need. Um, like I said, uh, as long as while I'm fighting this cancer and stuff like that, it's uh, it's memories that I'm making with my son and time that I can spend with him. Um, and I got faith, but we all know tomorrow's never guaranteed. And I just want to leave something back. I want to give back to my son as much as possible. So it's not about me. It's all about him and helping him grow and uh, do something that he loves to do. And he loves sportscasting. And since he was little, he could tell you the stats, and he used to study the backs of trading cards, and uh, just this has been his thing. So teaching him and helping him grow and do something that he loves to do. Uh, and hopefully one day he can make a career out of this.
If you have any serious business or sponsorship inquiries, and like I said, serious because if you're being serious about this, you're not only wasting my time, but you're wasting your own, and you don't want to waste your own time. There's so many good things you can do in the world. So if you have any serious business or sponsorship inquiries, you can email us at hippietalksports@gmail.com.
Hey, and you know what? Biggest thing is, Timmy, we're here to cut up and make people laugh too, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, you didn't even blow it up. Blow it up.
La, 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 la.
That's what I'm talking about. He goes, "La, la, la." I don't know what all that is, but you know, it's hey, not
Who's there?
nobody.
Anywho, if you like,
Who's who?
I don't know. I thought I was
Who's
asking
on
you.
third?
What's on first?
Mm-mm. Can't be. Who's on third?
Who?
Who? On third?
Who's on third?
No, no, no. Who's on third?
Who is on third?
Well, not the same person that's on second.
Anyways, um, uh, and if you like to donate to the channel, you can then just message us on one of our other social medias. I don't think YouTube does messages. Um, be sure to follow us on Facebook at Timmy Talk Sports, Instagram at Timmy Talk Sports, TikTok at Timmy Talk Sports, which I realized I just now I'd forgotten to post my interviews on the TikTok. But you can find them on our other socials, including here. Subscribe to us here at Timmy Talk Sports and follow us on X at Timmy P YouTube. And we hope you have a great rest of your day or not, depending on when you're watching this. Remember that Jesus loves you, and he died for you.
We got sunlight.
Um, may God bless your journeys through the rest of your week and day. And we can't wait to see y'all again. God bless you.
Peace out.